What's up, guys? Captain Blair from Blair Wiggins Outdoors. If you know, we got a new show, right? We got a new piece of fiberglass we're going to be floating in as well. It's the Dek Kat 2700. We got Darrell Bessinger right here from Dek Kat Boats. He's going to be telling us a little bit about it, but it's 27 feet of fishing machine. Ready to jump on board and show people what this boat's all about?
Let's do it, Captain Blair.
All right, brother. Well, welcome aboard the 2700 Dek Kat. This is a bow. This is a fishing machine. Darrell, tell us about this boat.
Well, as you see, you got about 8 foot of deck space up here for fishing. I mean, Blair, you and I and a couple others can fish up here comfortably all day long, not getting each other's way. Start up here, we're going with the Tarova on this particular boat. Does very well, 112-pound thrust on this boat. Does very well, even though it's a 27-foot boat. Does very well as far as your trolling motor needs go.
Now, you said 27-foot flats boat, guys. 27 foot. And what kind of depth does this float in?
So we're averaging 10 inches depending on how your build goes. This particular boat will actually draft a little less than that, but it's a 10-inch average on our builds.
Now, this style of boat, guys, I got to fish this when I was out in Texas, and it's a Texas style type of a boat from what I'm used to, and I absolutely fell in love with the boats when I was out there. And you know, the disadvantage of having the boats that I was on out there is they were all a little bit small. This one is long enough, it stretches over the waves in the Gulf, and it's like a rocket sled on rails. It's absolutely just glides over the chop. The ride is like no other I've ever had in my life.
Myself as well. It's one of the best riding bay boats that I've ever been in, and this actually is considered a flats boat. I mean, we're drafting, like I said, 10 inches or less, and you get a performance-based ride that rides across chop like no other, especially our Gulf slop that we have here in north central Florida.
Well, tell us a little bit about the storage that you got going on.
So storage-wise, starting at the bow, you got a huge front box right here. I'm opening up into sponsons on both port and starboard. You have a middle section that we often use as your battery box for your trolling motor package. Everything terminates to there, so it's easy to get to. And a lot of times we'll run our lithium packages up there if that's what the customer is asking. So moving back from there.
That's big enough you could get in there in a rainstorm if you had to, huh?
Absolutely. Plenty of storage to throw your vest and you know, Tupperware with tackles or whatever tackle stations that you guys carry on a daily basis. Plenty of room for those types of things in the bow. And moving back, all of our boats come standard from the factory with a 13-inch riser box that's coming up, setting you up above the gunnel height of the actual hull itself.
And this is where the gas tank is, correct?
Correct.
It kind of gives you a little bit of better center of gravity being the center of the boat?
It does, and we have a fairly large fuel cell for this style boat. We're running a 70-gallon fuel cell as standard. You can also customize that for your captains that need have longer runs and want bigger tanks. We can also customize that up to a 100-gallon tank. So with the riser box on this particular boat, we have the mid-tower option. We have two options in our boat. Standard options are our center console. This particular boat has the mid-tower, which I really like, and I think most captains will appreciate it.
Anybody that fishes cobia will appreciate that.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's a great cobia boat.
Well, that is one awesome tower. Well, let's jump up and take a look. You want to?
Let's do it, man.
All right. Holds two of us?
It does, comfortably. Yeah, it fits us both comfortably up here, Captain Blair, and as you can see, we try to keep this thing as simple as possible. And their boat is set up with twin 12-inch Simrads, the new Evo 3S, and does great on these boats. This particular vessel, we run our gauges and everything. You can run your gauges through the Simrad unit, so you can look at your temp and your RPMs and your compass, however you want to set it up for the individual captain. And then on the left, we're running the chart plotter. The cool thing about Simrad, and we can run the Florida Marine Tracks program. As you can see, that's what's on this particular vessel. So really cool function that Simrad has with the help of Florida Marine Tracks. And then again, up here it's the view. I mean, the view is amazing. You can see a lot of real estate, and you can really see what's going on in your boat with anglers fighting fish. And if you need to make a move on a big fish, you're able to do that from up here. And like Captain Blair says, you know, bark orders out from up here if you need to.
Yes, sir, that is one nice tower, and check out the back of it.
Yeah, moving to the back of our tower here. These towers are semi-custom in the fabrication side of things. This particular tower, as you can see, has got 12 rod holders up top, spreader light, and then a net holder on the side here. So, and it's got the matte finish powder coating, which I really like. And as you move down, you see we got non-skid as far as for the captain's feet, and then check and stick on the back. Then coming down from the tower, we have the option of storage, different storage tackle centers. This particular tackle station is a custom option that we offer at Dek Kat. We have them built for the customer however they want to set it up. This particular box is set up with drawers on this side all the way down. Very nice, they're lockable. And then on the side here, keeps all your tackle in one spot. This particular box was made for this style box. Keep all your lures, everything in one spot. Easy to get to, easy to find, easy to keep organized for your day out fishing.
And the tackle station is, this is all option, right?
It's all optional. It's for the semi-custom build. And it is an option that we offer on all our Dek Kat boats that you're building.
Cool beans. Now for you tournament anglers out there that like to fish tournaments, check this out.
So here we are in the aft part of the riser is where we house our 35-gallon live well. This is a lit well run by 1,100 gallon per hour pump. So, and it's got a sure flow valve in it, so you can adjust the flow to keep your baits alive or to keep your redfish alive for the scales.
Even bass fishermen too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've seen these boats and bass tournaments now going on.
This would be a serious bass sled for sure.
Oh, definitely. Well, let's check out the back of the boat and then we'll talk about the sides and whatnot.
All right, let's do it.
So here we are in the back of the boat, folks, and the seating in this boat is absolutely incredible as well. How many people can this boat hold with the seating that you have in this one right now?
So comfortably you can seat 5, not including your captain. And your captain can have another person up top as well. So theoretically you could run 7 in this boat with everybody having a place to sit in this configuration.
Cool beans. And storage here?
Yeah, so on your port and starboard side, you have dry storage boxes on both sides. You got an identical one over there on the starboard side. And then it comes to our rear jump seat. This is another option that we offer with these boats. The jump seat is actually removable for the event that you don't need the extra seating. This one actually folds forward. You got a cup holder on both sides. Folds forward out of the way to get to your boxes back here if you needed to get to it while you had the jump seat installed on the boat. But coming back, it's also on pins. So if you see right here, these pins can be removed and the jump seat could actually be pulled out and left at the house for the days that's just you and maybe 1 or 2 other anglers. You don't need the extra seating. Gives you more fishing room aft. So this is another smaller bait well. I call it a pinfish well, shrimp well, whatever. Bait well is you got another 15, 20 gallon option back here in the rear of the boat for those easy to get your cast net to, easy to drop your bait into. Good for the live bait fisherman.
Cool bean. And what kind of other storage we have in here?
All right, so moving forward, again, our riser box, you have the ability to store our pumps. This particular boat has our power steering pump located in here, easy to get to inside the riser box. All of our batteries are mounted inside the riser box, with the exception of the customer that wants to put his trolling motors forward, trolling motor batteries forward. So everything else, battery-wise, charging system-wise, is all within the riser box itself, keeping it out of the elements, keeping the salt water off of it, and keeping it easy to get to, easy to maintain.
Cool beans. Well, let's jump outside and check out the lines of this boat, and that about is going to cover it. Well, the first thing you're going to notice about this boat, guys, it's a cat boat. And tell us about the advantages over a cat than a monohull.
Yeah, so there's several advantages. One is your draft and getting air up underneath the boat and giving you that whole shot that you want on the flats when you're shallow
Well,
water
it
flat
basically comes up when you jump on the throttle. It comes up this way instead of digging in the back where you're digging up the flats. And
That's right.
It's just a.
That's right. Most monohull boats, or pretty much all monohull boats, just by nature of design, you're going to have bow rise and lift, and you're going to have, the rear end, the aft part of the boat is going to dig. So even though you may be drafting 10 inches of water, you really need 15 or 16 to get it up running.
Yeah.
This boat doesn't act like that. It actually, if you're floating, the boat will get up and go. There is no real bow rise to the boat. If you got air and water up under it and you're floating, you're able to get up and run.
That is the thing I noticed when I was out in Texas,
Right.
watching those guys get up on those real shallow flats out there. Now this boat here will run and safely. What would you run it in?
It'll run in less than 6 inches of water. It'll float in 10. The way this boat's set up, it kind of depends on how you outfit them, but the average is 10 inches. Now when you're running wide open across the flats, you can run in a half of that, 5-6 inches of water, and it'll do it.
Yeah, that's what always amazed me about this boat. Well, let's go back and check out the back of the boat, and I think we'll be done after that.
Moving to the transom, at Dek Kat you get your choice of power, your choice of jack plate, and your choice of a shallow water anchor system to close out the business end of your boat.
One awesome boat. I tell you what, I cannot wait to get my new Dek Kat on the water. Y'all get a chance, make sure you tune into Blair Wiggins Outdoors. We'll be on Discovery Channel, Waypoint TV, YouTube, all the social media sites out there. On YouTube, make sure you go out there, like, subscribe, and you'll get notification. But I tell you what, there's going to be a lot more fish coming aboard this year over the sides of these Dek Kat boats. If you get a chance, make sure you go to their website as well, dekkatboats.com. Don't forget about our website, blairwigginsoutdoors.com, and we'll see you on the water.